For P&ID in scanned or digital format, MTO is generated manually. This is a tedious, time consuming, and error prone activity. AutoMTO is an AI driven P&ID parsing and MTO generation tool which helps to standardize the process of extraction of data from P&IDs and generate MTOs. With AutoMTO, we ensure 100% accurate MTOs with cost reduction of up to 70%. We improve the total efficiency by 14 times and directly reduce the time taken to create MTOs by 90%. AutoMTO currently supports text detection and identification of lines, instruments, spec breaks, and symbols, including T joints. Not only do we detect these entities, we are also able to accurately assign each of them to the correct pipeline. Project management and user collaboration are baked into AutoMTO. Multiple users can be assigned to a particular project and can seamlessly collaborate with each other on projects they have access to. AutoMTO works in a simple upload, process, and download workflow. The database of symbols needs to be created when working with the project for the first time. To do this, from our project management dashboard, we shall click on the legend gallery for our project. Once in the legend gallery, we shall proceed to add a symbol. Here, we are presented with an inbuilt cropping tool using which we create a cropping window which is then applied to the various symbols. For example, here, the gate valve. Once cropped, we now need to enter the symbol's name and the symbol's short code. Now, clicking crop and submit saves this symbol to the database, which can then be used later. This is repeated for all the symbols in the legend sheet that we want to add to the database. This is our project legend gallery. Here we can see and edit all the symbols which are to be used in this project. Each symbol has a symbol name and a shortcode which can be modified here if needed. Each symbol has to be inputted only once and it is rotated and mirrored internally to account for all possible orientations in which the symbol might appear. For example, here we see the check valve automatically rotated to account for all variations that we can encounter in a regular P&ID file. Finally, in our P&ID processing screen, we have two options. Either we can upload files individually or in bulk. Once the file is uploaded, it is placed in a queue and processing begins automatically, as you can see here. Here we click on bulk upload and upload 3 P&ID files which shall all be processed concurrently. Once we have uploaded, as we can see, the processing begins automatically and periodic updates about the file's processing status are shown on the screen. Now that the processing has finished, AutoMTO provides us with a rendered file output, and if needed, a human can verify the output and also annotate some of the symbols manually via a simple drag and drop user interface. Here, we shall verify the output generated by AutoMTO. Let's take a single line from the P&ID and see what was the corresponding output generated by the system. Using AI, AutoMTO is enabled to read P&IDs just like a human engineer. Let's select the line 16-inch X 4545 9RT3Y60 and we filter out the same line from the output MTO for verifying. Let's highlight the pipeline code here for reference. Now, let's start by finding each element belonging to this pipe run. First, we highlight the T joint and the corresponding element in the generated CSV file. Next comes another T and a branching of pipeline is seen. Then two flanges and a ball valve nested between them. The drain valve normally closed is next. Now we can see the sizing information and any associated remarks in the generated CSV. A reducer is next. The instrument AT2045 is right after the reducer on the 14-inch line, which is correctly marked in the output MTO. An expander is next, which again sets the pipeline size at 16-inch. Then a drain valve normally closed, and finally a flange and a ball valve flanked by spec brake, which shows the change in to and from. Finally, in the second branch, a flange and a globe valve are seen. We can see that AutoMTO takes over the MTO generation task just like a human engineer.